Steed?
Looks as though he's been hit by a 5-ton truck.
I mean, he was a karate expert.
Not expert enough, it seems.
Steve, look at that far wall.
The Avengers. John Steed and Emma Peel, The Avengers.
Well, whoever he was, he could hardly be called Shorty.
Yes, in through here.
And exit for Mr. Jephcott. And that leaves a clear field for Dr. Armstrong's concern. Must be his doing.
Yes, but if it's, as you say, the worthy doctor's confined to a wheelchair, I presume the wheelchair's hardly this big.
Hardly. But he could have hired someone.
Mm-hmm, perhaps, but who? This size? And a karate expert? You know, it's strange, but all the staff at the Sensei Gymnasium are on the small side. All except Jephcott himself, of course. I saw Jephcott give an exhibition of karate chopping, which was quite unbelievably good. Who on earth could walk through this wall and tackle a man like that?
Who? Or what?
Pardon?
Listen.
False alarm. The sound of the electronic toys being set in motion.
Mrs. Peel, look, it's there on the floor.
A toy mechanical robot, walking slowly towards us.
Through this opening. Now, if that was 7 feet high instead of 7 inches...
Steve, you can't mean...
Dr. Armstrong runs United Automation practically single-handed. He has very few human beings on his staff because it's all computerized. He's kinky about mechanical aids and creating machines that do the job of men. Now, it could be that he has a killer machine. Nasty thought, isn't it, Mrs. Peel?
What's that, Steve?
I had a feeling I'd be paying Armstrong a second visit, so I got Gilbert to produce what you might call a skeleton key. This is it. Now, here we have 2 punch cards, identical in the shape of the original, complete with perforations. How's that?
Very pretty.
Now, you hold on to this one.
Oh, no. I'm not staying here. I want to get in on the act.
It's important that you stay in contact with Sama. I'm the only one who can block Armstrong's moves. Try the Harachi Corporation. Look here, I'll give you the number.
Oh, that's a nice pen. What an odd shape. It's like a submarine.
Huh? Oh, there is. Yes, a wee gift from Dr. Armstrong. It only needs filling every 10 years. Solid ink or something.
It's late, Steve. What if Tasama's left the office?
Then try the big hotels. He's an important man. He must be on a hefty expense account. Being Japanese should make him easier to trace.
What story do I use?
Well, say you're my secretary from Industrial Developments, and we'll make an offer first thing tomorrow. That'll stall Armstrong for the night.
Armstrong must want that concession pretty badly if what you think is right.
Yes, but somehow I don't think it's just for profit. Now, will you stay and follow through like a good girl?
All right. But you'd better be back here by 11:30.
And if I'm not?
I shall use my punch card. That's what.
Enter the lift, please.
So far, so good. Figure slumped in that chair. An enormous figure. Gotta get a better look at you, chum. A robot, all right. A killer robot, maybe.
Benson.
Is that it? In the chair, that is?
Yes, that is it. The Pabulum robot. He's quite harmless, really. That is, until programmed. Then even I can't stop him. Of course, he's only a prototype, like a child, really. But one day, he'll have a brain more efficient than this computer. He'll be powered by solar energy, and that steel casing will stand the blast of an atomic shell.
He looks quite human. Uncanny.
Yes, but he travels with the accuracy of a guided missile.
How?
Let me show you. He's directed by a simple radio transmitter. Now, Steed's frequency is 0.113. Watch. There it is. That's Steed's transmitter. The fountain pen I gave him nestling comfortably in his breast pocket.
Mrs. Peel. I got that wretched thing back at the flat with Mrs. Peel.
Now, all we have to do is set the Pabulum robot switch to the same frequency. So, Benson, that will be the end of Steed, and the concession will be ours.
Thank you, Mr. Tosano. I'll get Mr. Steed to phone you tomorrow morning without fail. I'm sure we can do business. Yes? Yes, I got that. 11:30. Goodbye.
Like being trapped in a meat safe. Oh, what's that?
It's getting darn warm in here.
Nerves unable to stand the pace, Benson.
Oh, it isn't that. Look at the thermometer on the wall. It's over 70. It's nearly 75 now, and it's going up.
What? Must be a faulty thermostat. I'll call maintenance.
She said 11:30. That's just gone. Oh, come on, woman.
What's happened? The robot's lost him.
Well, that's impossible. For his movement, I agree, but it can't do anything than delay matters. It'll get him. The maintenance robot's come to report. Now, let me see.
What's wrong, Doctor? What is it?
The thermostat was altered manually. There's an intruder in the building.
What's that?
Someone using the telephone in the next room. See to it, Benson.
Right. And I'll take him along, too, for good measure.
Right.
No, you don't.
Welcome to the land of the living, Steed. Right, keep him covered, Benson.
Don't worry, one move and he's a dead man.
You should count yourself fortunate, Mr. Steed. The papillon robot that stands before you was programmed just to knock you out and not to kill you.
How very remiss of you. I can't wait for a return bout. It'll be a pleasure to short-circuit him once and for all. Oh, there another of them. Looks almost human. Oh, no, perhaps not.
What? Another crack like that now?
No, do be quiet, Benson. That's the trouble with man, Mr. Steed. He's such an impulsive creature who cannot cope with crises. Today, one wrong decision, one simple error, could bring total destruction.
And I suppose you think you've got the answer, Doctor.
By all means. There, Mr. Steed, in the papillon robot, the electronic brain. I have blueprints, if you'd care to study them.
I'll take your word for it.
You see, it's a small, complex computer built with these new circuit elements. With the knowledge contained within this library, think of what the machine can learn. It can be programmed with every known fact of science, economics, world history. A papillon robot capable of absorbing knowledge like food, and with its electronic brain, incapable of a wrong decision.
And what is your end product? The perfect politician?
Exactly. Government by automation.
Sounds to me like an electronic dictatorship.
It is the only solution.
Well, I'd say that would be up to the voters. They might disagree.
Once we take delivery from Hirachi of a mass-produced army of papillon robots, it will only be a question of time.
Dr. Armstrong! Doctor, look!
About to enter the building, a friend of yours, carrying the fountain pen, eh, Mr. Steed?
Maybe.
Well, it's an opportunity to demonstrate to you my radio-controlled papillon. Whoever it is who is calling has a very nasty surprise awaiting them.
Enter the lift, please.
Now, where the devil is Steve? How do I find him in a building as big as this?
What a charming young woman. I'm sorry she won't be joining us. Very interesting. But the other robot geared to the transmitter should be with us soon. Yes. The closed-circuit TV is picking him up in the lift. I think you must agree, Mr. Steed, that the automated assassin was a stroke of genius. Loyal, obedient, and extremely efficient. Just how efficient you'll be able to see for yourself at any moment.
Okay,
Don't move, Steve. Don't move. Just sit and watch.
Is this your idea of progress, Armstrong? Killing by robot?
I can allow nothing to stand in my way. My robots will prevent the ultimate catastrophe.
But at what price? A pabulum robot police state? People are not machines. Of course they're fallible, that's what makes them human.
Don't like the sound of that at all.
It's a robot! It's not got a pen in your pocket! Hurry up,
Armstrong always did say that human beings were fallible. He's just made his last mistake. Come on, Mr. Steele, let's leave the machines to take over. They'll destroy all this quicker than we can. Come on, let's take a quiet ride home.
The Avengers. Listen every evening, Monday to Friday, to John Steed and Emma Peel, The Avengers, brought to you by the makers of Cold Water Omo. The Avengers. Donald Monat as John Steed and Diane Appleby as Emma Peel is adapted and directed by Dennis Falbig and produced by David Gooden.
So many women say, once an Omo user, always an Omo user, because there's just no dirt that can stand up to the cleaning power of cold water Omo. It solves Mrs. Sutherland's washing problems for her.
Very dirty oil or grease marks. If you use cold water Omo, there's no trouble at all. It comes out very, very easily indeed.
There's no washing problem too difficult for cold water Omo.